You don't have to have every detail planned out, but have a general idea. People are so focused on the minute task at hand that they're not seeing the bigger picture. Find the other witches. Before we get started today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that this is a difficult and dark time in the world for many of us right now. And I am coming into all of these readings with that understanding and awareness. And nothing that is shared here is intended to mitigate whatever else might be going on in your life at the moment. I see tarot as a way to empower oneself to be able to see things more clearly and know exactly where to take action when maybe the next best step isn't so clear. So with that, we will get into our readings for this month. Thank you. Gemini! Welcome to your April reading. Of course, this message is for you anytime you find it. Let us get started. As always, we'll be using our classic Mystic Compass spread, starting here at the north. This card will represent the area of your life that has to do with housing, finances, career, etc. And then we've got an action item to follow. Over here to the east, we've got our thoughts, mindset, focus, dreams, as well as an action item to complement. Down here at the south, we've got our passions, our belief systems, anything that gets us really fired up, that gets us going, and our motivation, as well as a corresponding action item. Over here to the west, we've got our feelings and emotions, anything that is touching us in a deep emotional way, as well as an action item that corresponds. Finally, we've got one card in the center to tie everything together to show us what exactly we are looking at as the main point of the reading of this month and how everything is interconnected. Here to the north, we've got our Knight of Swords. Alrighty, a lot of you are making moves, Gemini. You are moving things along this month. I see that there are things that you've been thinking about a lot and thinking about changes in terms of your housing, finances, career, etc. And so this is, and a lot of you have been having accelerated thoughts about this and accelerated ideas. So this is letting me know that Gemini, we gotta get it together. We gotta put those thoughts into action. Let's see what your action item is here in this category. Ha! Look at that. Page of Swords. So we've taken a step back from knight to page in the same suit, okay? That's telling me something. That's telling me that maybe some of you have been taking action. You were thinking things through and you were taking action without planning ahead properly, okay? So maybe the thoughts are moving too fast where you didn't actually plan the roadmap. So here's your homework assignment for the month, Gemini, in this category of housing, finances, career, and health. Health can be included in here as well. You need to take some steps back and start planning what that looks like for you. What does that roadmap look like? You don't have to have every detail planned out, but have a general idea. Write things down, draw it out on a piece of paper or type it out on your computer or your phone, but you need a plan. So if you're trying to make a career switch or you're trying to move from one place to another, you need an actual plan with actionable items that can be completed. There is an AI tool. I'm not a huge AI fan. I think that AI is ruining humanity quickly, but I still use it from time to time, very deliberately. And there is an AI tool. I think it's called Gremlin or something like that. I found it sometime last year, and what it does, if you just Google search it, I'm sure you'll find it. So what it does is it breaks down a task for you into subtasks. So if I say, I want to move to Canada, or I want to move to Germany, what do I need to do? And then it'll tell me, in this week you need to do this month you need to do this, in 3 months you need to do this, and it will break it down in actionable item steps. Actionable item steps. So that's good for the planning aspect, Gemini. You have great ideas. You can see the vision off in the distance, but you need to also plan the actionable steps to get there. Let's see what we have for you over at the East. This is everything to do with the mind, despite what we've just been talking about. Oh, look at that. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, Gemini, with our 3 of Pentacles, we're talking about teamwork. This is a group working together towards a common goal. This is everybody working diligently. This isn't like someone is over here slacking off. This is everyone is doing their part to keep the process rolling. At times, the downside of this particular card can be that people are so focused on the minute task at hand that they're not seeing the bigger picture of what's really going on. So even though everyone is heads down and working diligently together, they might not even be questioning, like, what are we really doing here? What is the greater purpose? So let's see what your action item is in that regard. Oh my goodness, King of Wands. King of Wands is a beautiful card. This is like our King Daddy energy. This is someone who is a prominent father figure and or is really in control of their domain. So it could be a business owner that actually takes care of their employees, instead of someone that, is just being greedy and not wanting to distribute wealth evenly, things like that. So it's someone who does see the whole big picture in the workplace. So how I was just talking about with this 3 of Pentacles energy, how it's like you're very focused on just the work itself and what's going on from moment to moment. But this King of Wands energy is able to see the bigger picture beyond just the work itself. It's like the purpose behind the work. Why are we doing this in the first place? That is what that card is representing. So your homework assignments in this area of your life, Gemini, is to zoom out and see the bigger picture. Like, here's what we're doing. You already know what you're doing on the day-to-day, on the minuscule side of things, but what is the real reason? What is the benefit to you? What is the benefit to others around you? All of the above. Let's see what we have for you down at the South. This is our belief systems and passions. 4 of Cups. Okay, Gemini, you are really lamenting over things that you don't have or things that you wish you had, and you're not even focusing on the things that you do have. And that could be in terms of a spiritual belief system or passions in general. Maybe you're finding it difficult to feel passionate about certain things, or maybe a passion that you once had is no longer a passion of yours because, surprise, you're an adult and you've grown up, and what you were passionate about at the age of 12 is no longer a passion of yours. That is normal. That is totally normal, but that's not what we are told when we're growing up, right? We're like, Everyone, when we're as children, everyone asks us, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you answer the question, and then it's almost as if you don't become that thing when you grow up. You're somehow a failure. And that's not true. That is completely false. So Gemini, let's see, what is your homework assignment in this realm? 9 of Cups. So we are doubling down on our Cups energy. So this is something that you're feeling. Even though we're talking about passion and drive and motivation and as like a larger concept, and spirituality and belief systems as a larger concept, for you this month, it's something that has to do with feeling. So your homework assignment this month, Gemini, with this 9 of Cups is to rediscover magic in terms of spirituality. That might literally mean walking into a magic shop and seeing what you find, if anything jumps out at you, and buying yourself a little magic toy or something. It could mean walking into a witchy store or a spiritual store and just seeing what pops out at you, or striking up a conversation with the store clerk. That is where the real magic happens, in that connection. That is where magic and spirituality takes place. So instead of lamenting on what you no longer have or what you wish you had, go out and find magic that's going to help you create the thing that you wish you had. Go and find the magic that's going to help you create the thing that you wish you had. Okay, Gemini, let's see what we have for you over at the West. This is already a pretty emotional month for you, but let's just see what our water element has for you in store. Oh my goodness, Queen of Wands. So we already had our King of Wands over here in the East with our thoughts, and now we have our Queen of Wands in the West with our water element. So this is feeling into, okay, I'm really getting this, that a lot of you are experiencing your witch wound and the repercussions of the witch wound at this time. If you don't know what a witch wound is, it is basically the multi-generational trauma that women and femme-presenting people, but also men and male-presenting people, have been experiencing for millennia, and it's coming out now. And so some of you have been really feeling into what that means for you. That looks like, for a lot of us, the silencing of our voices, the being in environments where we're told that our thoughts and beliefs and feelings are wrong, a prohibition on being able to practice things of interest to us. So in tarot readings or plant medicine or any pagan or witchcraft practices, anything that's not Christian, for example. And so this is, I really feel for you, Gemini, that this is coming out. This is something that you're feeling into a lot lately. And I also know that there are a lot of you that, despite feeling this way, you're really stepping into your feminine power and your bad bitchery, and you are able to take back your own power and call it all back to you. You've been giving to others for years, your spouse, your children, your family members, your coworkers, and now you're calling it all back to you at the same time, for once. And that is huge. So good job. Let's see what your action item is in this regard. Oh my goodness, Gemini, we have the Tower. This is representative of chaos that is outside of your control. There's nothing you can do to change it. It's just happening around you. This is, I even more so believe everything I just told you, that this is all about your witch wound or some variation of it, because the Tower is completely outside of your control. The Tower is just pure chaos, and that is likely demonstrative of what is going on in the world around us, because it's a crazy place in this moment. But by feeling into your true divine self and your true divine spirit and your own witchery and your own core beliefs and capabilities, you are able to get through this time. So your homework assignment is to find the other witches, find the other healers. This channel is a great place to start, and other channels like it, who are going to help you through this time, because you're not alone. I'm right here. And there are so many others of us that are out there, where you can find us in person, you can find us on the internet. We're in all different places, and together we are stronger than those of us that are alone. And we're never alone. It's just the perception of being alone. So whether or not you think you're alone or in community, you are correct. So even if you don't know those other people yet personally, or know them in your community, they still exist. And it is your job to find those people and keep doubling down on your own practices, because that is what's going to get you through these difficult times. Let's see, what is our card draw, pulling everything together for you this month, Gemini? King of Pentacles. Alrighty. So we had double kings. Earlier we had our King of Wands, now we have our King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles has complete control over the domain of their finances, housing, career, all of the basic life necessities. King of Pentacles has it on lock. Okay, so drawing all of this together, this is all about getting yourself ready to be, putting yourself in that king status, to be in control of your entire life, to be in control of the main points that matter, in terms of what is the foundation of the literal that can be built, that is being built, in order to allow for the ethereal. So we can't go up unless we're properly grounded down first. Otherwise, we are at risk of losing ourselves. So ground yourself, get your next steps in order, so that you can later ascend and take those more spiritual journeys. But first you have to ground down, and that is your assignment overall for this month. Thank you, Gemini, for joining me. I will see you again next time. Bye. Please be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for a fuller picture of your month ahead. Thank you. Bye.